Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
Are you busy during the week and have no time to go to the credit union to access your loans? Do you wish there were more days available to you? We can help. Our Loan Saturday is back by popular demand this and every Saturday at the GUT Credit Union Grandance Branch, Excel Plaza. Enjoy the peace of mind knowing that you have access to your credit union even on a weekend. So come on in and take advantage of our services every Saturday. GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
Welcome to Network News for Wednesday, July the 13th, 2022. I'm Stasia Blake. In the headlines, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell willing to challenge global financial institutions to improve Grenada. NDC government aims to reduce food import bill with public cooperation. Ferry service among incentives in the pipeline to encourage inter-Caribbean travel. Old Mass makes a return for Spice Mass 2022. And in regional news, St. Lucia's farmers and agro-processors tackle sugar import challenges. In international news, in Sri Lanka, police used tear gas to disperse protesters as crowds swell. And coming up in sports, Wendy's crumbled to Bangladesh in second ODI on Wednesday. Details right after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue. Available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. Spurring economic growth requires the involvement of both the public and private sectors. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell says he's committed to working for and on behalf of the Grenadian people, even if it means challenging the International Monetary Fund or World Bank. Chrislena John has tonight's top story.
Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell is moving ahead with his government's plans to create a better economic environment for the Grenadian people, even if it means stepping on the toes of the International Monetary Fund or the World Bank to meet the needs of the people.
The standard of living of our citizens are more important than meeting some commitment to the IMF. And I will quote Mia Mottley. We are here to service people, we are not here to service debt. So if I have to choose between servicing our people and servicing debt, the answer is obvious. We will service our people.
PM Mitchell said his administration's intent is not to bloat the government service, but instead to grow the economy, which they hope the private sector will take the lead.
It doesn't mean that we will bloat the government service. To the contrary, we want to grow the economy, and we feel strongly that the growing of the economy has to be done by the private sector. But that requires us as a government to invest in the areas where the private sector will be given the opportunity to grow, which means investing in education, investing in the digital economy, the blue economy, the creative economy, areas that will give our young people in particular the opportunity to become entrepreneurs, to become small business owners, to produce and make things. Because we accept that the government cannot absorb the hundreds of Grenadians who come out of school every year. There's a finite number to government jobs, and we need the private sector to step up. We need to encourage the private sector to step up, and we have to make sure that our policies encourage the private sector to step up.
While his government is yet to assess the public service, there are some concerns highlighted during briefings with staff relating to employment positions.
There are a number of obvious things that are clear. You have significant acting persons in acting positions. You have significant variances between established and non-established persons. You have significant variances between contracts for services and contract of services, when most times persons are doing exactly the same thing. And in many instances, it is a distinction without a difference. So what I've indicated to the senior managers of the public service, and in particular since I'm the minister responsible for the Department of Public Administration, is that we are going to have to devise ways in which we address and solve the challenges faced by this varying different terms and conditions of service.
He said issues such as this result in the implementation of a structural adjustment program.
So the reality is, if you incur debt and if you use the monies, particularly in non-productive sectors, then exactly what happened is what happened. You will then face a structural adjustment program. You will then have to increase taxes, and then the standard of living of our citizens are the ones who are going to be affected by it. So the size of the public service, or let me put it, the size of government workers, by whatever name you choose to call them, is the size. And that's the reality. And if you govern in such a way that you place the country in the hands of the IMF and the World Bank and all these multilateral institutions, who then come back and say to you, you need to cut the size of your public service. Well, that has been going on since the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. That is what they do. So we've inherited this situation. We need to address it and we need to fix it.
Christelina John, GBN News.
The NDC government is aiming to reduce the food import bill with public cooperation because for many, one of the greatest impacts of Russia's war on Ukraine has been the dramatic increase in food prices. Millions of tons of wheat, barley, oil, and other agricultural products are stuck in warehouses, unable to be exported. In this report, Christelina John examines government's plan to make Grenada more self-sufficient.
Addressing the issue of our high import bill, Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell notes that an entire cultural shift is what it will take to decrease the import bill in the nation and the region in the long term.
The high food import bill is not going to be a short-term fix. It is going to be a medium to long-term issue that we have to tackle, and not just here in Grenada, but regionally as well. The reality is we have to produce, there has to be an entire cultural shift. We have to actually want to become producers rather than just consumers. And that requires an entire re-education of our population, where we recognize the value of agriculture, because that's where food comes from. Where we recognize the value of fisheries, where we recognize the value of livestock, animal husbandry, etc. And that is going to take time. But it also requires a cultural shift in terms of our consumption patterns as well.
Highlighting poultry as another area accounting for a high import bill, he referenced how neighboring islands have become more self-sufficient in that area.
Chicken consumption is very high in Grenada, but it is mostly imported chicken. Again, we need to be able to support our chicken farmers, our poultry. We need to be able to put the policies in place to ensure that we produce more and more chicken and that we consume so locally. We can look at St. Lucia and we can look at Barbados as examples. It's not far-fetched. They are doing it. In fact, Barbados is almost self-sufficient in the consumption of, in producing the chicken that it consumes, and St. Lucia is steadily been increasing the level of domestic production and consumption of local chickens as well. So we need to do the same.
PM Mitchell says government on its own can't improve the food security since most imports are done by the private sector. He added that there is a stigma attached to eating locally, something they intend to eradicate through education. During their recent attendance at the 43rd CARICOM Heads of Government Summit in Suriname, Foreign Affairs Minister Joseph Andel said food security was one of the major areas of focus.
Guyana has, through President Irfan Ali, has undertaken the task and the challenge of becoming the breadbasket of the Caribbean. So all of the leaders have pledged to work towards achieving food and nutrition security for our respective populations in the CARICOM region.
Andel said the discussion hinted at potentials for the country with an agreement to look into a joint venture between local Grenadian poultry producers and private Chilean entity or entities.
Chief among those, I had a very fruitful meeting with the Chilean ambassador, Ambassador Juan Pino, who is the Chilean ambassador to Guyana. In that meeting, we were able to discuss a number of matters of mutual interest, including cooperation in agriculture, transferring technology, examine the possibility of Chile providing assistance in terms of small farm machinery, assisting with new modern agricultural techniques and technology. We had a discussion on the possibility of assistance in the area of greenhouse farming, also the possibility of cooperation in the poultry industry.
Christelina John, GBN News.
Spice Mass 2022 has been themed The Return, and an important facet to the list of events will also be making a comeback this year. Cooperation between the Spice Mass Corporation and the Lions Club of St. George's is bringing about the resurgence of the annual Old Mass event as a precursor to the major carnival activities. Gerard Joseph has the details.
As the anticipation builds towards the hosting of Grenada's Carnival, one of the most to look forward to events is the return of Old Mass in 2022. Normally organized by the Lions Club of St. George's, a partnership has been struck with the Spice Mass Corporation to put on the Old Mass event this year. Carla Wilson of the Lions Club of St. George's says the event is scheduled for Sunday at the Grenada Youth Center.
It's one of our major fundraising activities, as I've said, and over the years with the COVID situation, unfortunately, we've not been able to do much in the area of fundraising. So we are saying that when you come out there and support the Lions Club and SMC Old Mass competition, this is how we are able to continue our work with the less fortunate in the community.
Wilson explains what Old Mass is all about.
It's like what you see on the street Juve morning. You have persons dressed in a very comical manner with placards and lots of cardboards and different activities, different stuff. You might see them with an old pail and a bucket and dressed up in funny costumes and stuff like that, depicting topical issues in a very comical manner. So if you want to say something about Missy Christie, we would not come right out and say Missy Christie did this and did that, but we put it in a very comical manner, not using the correct names. But once people are topical and current with the issues at hand, you will be able to figure out what we're talking about.
Chief Executive Officer of the Spice Mass Corporation, Kelvin Jacobs, says they were elated to partner with the Lions Club of St. George's to revive the traditional event.
What we know of Old Mass, Chris, is that Old Mass, we can call it, it's the people's newspaper. As you correctly said, it's an extension of what we see on the Calypso stage, or here in the Calypsos that we listen to on the radio. It's the people's newspaper, and it's basically a year in review. That newspaper is a year in review. So everything that happened over the years, over that year, you will see it appearing in Old Mass.
Jacob says the Lions Club must be commended for keeping such a tradition alive.
And we are looking forward to see the show, the participants from the show moving from the trade center onto the streets Juve morning, because we are actually making preparation for them to be there and to have a significant presence on the streets of St. George. Okay.
I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Canboulay Sunday is on for Carnival Sunday, the night which was occupied by Dimanche Gras in the previous years. Spice Mass announced the introduction of Canboulay Sunday to its calendar of events during its media launch in March this year. Chief Executive Officer of Spice Mass Corporation, Kelvin Jacobs, says all is in place to give patrons a traditional experience.
And we know we've thrown out the idea before about the Canboulay happening on the Sunday. And Canboulay is basically to create an immersive space in the communities. So that's going to happen on Sunday. We are setting up some key Canboulay centers in each of the parishes. There are going to be other pop-up ones, we know for sure, and we are encouraging that, but we are going to have some key ones where we can have concentration, where we create a nice immersive space so that the visitors and even our locals alike can go into these different communities and get that Canboulay experience from the various communities.
Jacobs encouraged participators of the event to go all out for the preparation and production at the Canboulay centers.
So during that that setup, you want to see what Canbule really is going to be about. So you bring out the cooking of the food, the preparing for the juve with the jab paraphernalia and so on. Decorate the spaces with the traditional aspect of carnival when you or even back on the slave plantation. So you're gonna have like stocks of canes, etc. Flambeau. We're gonna use the kerosene and we use the bottles and stuff like that. Put the kerosene in that and create that kind of experience in these different centers, so that our visitors can go around and enjoy that in the communities. We are also going to be streaming it live, so we are going to go around with our cameras, and we're actually going to look at all of the centers and stream these things live, so the people in the diaspora would get a chance to look at it.
This is News at 7. Coming up, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell says more can be done to encourage inter-Caribbean traveling. Stay with us.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Good day, Mr. James. I'm just here looking at Grenlec's new mobile app.
Sounds great. Can I use it to check my bill balance?
Absolutely. Let me show you. Enter your account number and Grenlec access number, and that's it. You can now check your balance, track your usage, receive outage alerts, and get updates from Grenlec in real time. You can even use the app to report a power outage or a fault with a pole or street light. Add as many accounts as you want. Track your business account, apartment rentals, and Granny's account, all in one convenient place.
Thanks, Susan. I'll be telling everyone I know about Grenlec's new app.
The Grenlec mobile app. Download for 24/7 access.
The biggest white is back and bigger than ever.
Give me the island breeze, cool them vibes.
This year, we're taking you straight into Juve, literally.
Oh, na, na, na. You stay on the radar. Oh, yeah.
Get ready for Cast the Band.
I come for this one. Sign me up, I come for it.
Together with a solid cast of our local soca superstars. Be prepared for a night of non-stop energy and mass. Early bird tickets are available now for $80, or you can step up your experience in VIP for $500. Available from Go to Fet and all official Sunshine Promotion box offices island-wide. The biggest white is here, and this time we're taking you straight into Juve.
This summer, make your dreams a reality with the Co-op Bank Summer Sizzle Loan. Get up to $35,000 and qualify to win amazing prizes. You can win day passes for 2 or vouchers for school supplies. Take that trip you've been longing for. Enjoy the carnival season. Have the wedding of your dreams. Make those home renovations or send your children back to school well prepared and fully equipped. Make this summer sizzle with the Co-op Bank Summer Sizzle Loan. Visit your nearest retail banking unit for more details. Special terms and conditions apply.
Welcome home.
For all those who missed it the first time, Julian Fedon is back.
Tonight we stand our ground. Tonight we stand on the side of history.
Julian Fedon, a heritage theatre production, written and directed by Chris DeRiggs. Experience the conflict, the romance, the lighter moments, the drama. 3 big performances, Friday 12th, Saturday 13th, and Sunday 14th August at the Grenada Trade Center, 7 p.m. each night. Bring out the entire family and enjoy this very special experience in Grenadian theatre.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pockets every month. Plus now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
Pfizer celebrates 75 years of transforming lives with its celebratory suite of loan products. Own your own vehicle, education, land, or home, and anchor your roots. Start living the life you deserve by applying for an Own Your Own loan at reduced interest rates. Simplify your life and consolidate all your debts by applying for a Simplify loan and open doors to new beginnings and explore more opportunities to shape your future. Call or send us a WhatsApp on 423-4987 or email us at loans@arisecu.com today to continue your journey towards financial freedom. Terms and conditions apply. Ariza Credit Union, celebrating 75 years of transforming lives.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think of Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Drop by any one of our 8 locations today. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell says more can be done to encourage inter-Caribbean traveling. More in this Rena Pierre-Thomas report.
Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell has aired his concerns with air travel within the Caribbean and how Caribbean nationals have cut back on regional traveling over the years. According to the Prime Minister, inter-Caribbean travel should be an easy process for OECS nationals and less costly. He gave an example of the effects of decreased inter-island traveling between Grenada and Trinidad and Tobago.
I think one of the things we struggle with a little now is that our air travel between Grenada, Tobago and Trinidad is not what it used to be. And that is something that we really need to improve, because it certainly in the case of Grenada, it has really stymied opportunities for Grenadians to travel to Trinidad and Tobago as frequently as we did in the past. But it's not Grenada, Tobago and Trinidad alone, it's even within the OECS. So it's one of the things that I'm really keen on trying to make sure that we can put some effort and emphasis in to allow our citizens to be able to travel freely and more efficiently and more cost effective amongst our islands.
The newly elected Prime Minister believes that more should be done by the OECS leaders to address this issue in order to improve traveling within the region.
I also genuinely feel that there has been a lack of political will to make travel amongst the islands and the OECS and CARICOM as seamless as we can. I really don't know that there's anything for Trinidadians to fear about Grenadians, or Grenadians to fear about Trinidadians or Tobagonians. And so it's difficult for me to understand why we still have a lot of the immigration restrictions that we have amongst ourselves, given our historical close ties or cultural ties or sporting ties or family ties. And it's one of the things I really want to champion within CARICOM in general and amongst our islands, is the need for people to be able to travel seamlessly as citizens of CARICOM.
He hopes that during his reign as Prime Minister, this is one of the many issues in the OECS that can be alleviated.
So I hope that that is something that we can progress during my time in office and during our generation for sure. So I certainly think, we're brothers and sisters. And I don't think when you go to your brother's home, you ask for permission to come in. I think your brother welcomes you with open arms. And so I hope we can translate it on a national level amongst our islands.
Prime Minister Mitchell was speaking on Tobago Live Updates morning show on Wednesday morning. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Meanwhile, a fast ferry service that involves Grenada and neighboring islands may be in the pipeline. Minister for Foreign Affairs, Trade and Export Development, Joseph Andal, made the revelation during Tuesday's post-cabinet briefing.
A proposal that ferry be initiated. No fixed timeline was given, but loosely within the next 2 to 3 years. And that the initial participants would be Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago, Grenada, and Barbados, with other islands and territories to be added as time goes on. The ferry that is envisaged is a roll-on, roll-off. That is one that would enable people to get onto their vehicles, get it onto the ferry, and move from island to island so that when you land, you are mobile still.
Counsel General for the United Arab Emirates, Roseanne Benjamin, donated essential items to the Princess Alice and General Hospital with the aim to improve the health system in Grenada. Rena Pierre-Thomas reports.
The Princess Alice Hospital and General Hospital are now equipped with 2 automated external defibrillators as the Consul General of United Arab Emirates, Roseanne Benjamin, donated the items to the health facility last Friday. The items were donated to improve the services offered to the public, especially in cases of health emergencies at Grenada's hospitals. An AED, or automated external defibrillator, is used to help people experiencing sudden cardiac arrest. It can analyze the heart's rhythm and, if necessary, deliver an electrical shock to help the heart re-establish an effective rhythm. Accepting the devices on behalf of the hospital was Registrar at the hospital, Dr. Daniel St. Louis. He said the items are greatly needed.
These machines, the AED machines, it's all AED machines that you provided, they're precious commodity. They're not just expensive, but they're expensive because they're good. What does that do? What is an AED machine? Individuals who have cardiac arrest, cardiopulmonary arrest, and they're in need of cardiopulmonary resuscitation are the ones who benefit from the use of these machines. The machines are going to guide you as you do your resuscitation, because depending on the reason why somebody has a cardiac arrest, if there is a heart rhythm that needs to be shocked, the only way they're going to get out of it is if they receive an electric stimuli, controlled electric stimuli that these machines are able to provide.
Dr. St. Louis thanked the Consul General for the contribution towards the public's health system.
So it's a very useful piece of equipment. It's very handy. We are very grateful. We are very thankful. We look forward to putting it into use for the well-being, of course, of patients. And again, we, with a big heart, with a grateful heart, we say thank you, and we look forward to continued collaborations with the mission in Dubai.
In addition to the devices, the hospital received pads for the defibrillators and shields. 4 suction machines were also donated to the facility. For GBN News, I'm Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
And now we turn our attention to what's been creating a buzz on social media. We'll join my colleague Beverly Telesford, who's been looking around the platforms.
GBN Social Buzz is reaching beyond the local platform to share with you what's trending on social media. We browse the World Wide Web and bring to you the topics inciting the most reaction and debate among users. On Tuesday, Education Minister David Andrew revealed more than $1 million in docked salaries from teachers and public officers are to be repaid.
Teachers can expect 2 payments this month's end. Minister for Education David Andrew addressed the repayment of docked salaries from teachers in 2018 and what transactions they can expect this month's end.
Happy to announce that this month end, the docked salaries to the tune of $1,264,075.78 will be paid to persons who were unduly docked their salaries. That refund, we are advised, will be processed one day after the regular processing of payments. So normally salaries are processed on the 21st of July each month. And so this month, July 22nd, would be an additional processing of the docked salaries.
GBN social media users took to the comments section to share their thoughts on the latest developments. The following views are of members of the public and not of the GBN. Jonisha said, "What about public servants?" Anthony added, "Sorry for the teachers and public workers who worked that day. You should have stayed home too." Tekla said, "People first. Our health is our country's wealth." Hazard said, "Well done, Minister David Andrew. Congratulations and all the best in your portfolio. I have every confidence that the education sector will flourish under your stewardship. As a former colleague, I can attest that you give and command a quiet respect, and your intellect and principles are unquestioned. We are all proud of you, and we're cheering you on 100%. Delon said, "Boy, all you shooting all yourself in the foot. You go tell me that I withdrew my labor for no reason and still pay me? What kind of government is that? Do NDC do, time will tell." DJ added, "GBN, please note it is not just teachers that will be refunded their docked salaries. It is all public servants who took strike action and had their salaries cut. So it is not teachers or public servants receiving a second paycheck across the board, but every individual who was so affected and for the amounts that were deducted or cut from their specific paycheck. In most instances, it was 4 days." That's what's buzzing tonight. We encourage you, our viewers and listeners, to submit your think pieces on trending topics locally, regionally, and internationally via our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
And still ahead, government to develop livestock industry on the Sister Isle. We'll look at that story after the break.
I want you to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath and relax yourself. Take another deep breath and relax it, and relax it. Eliminate violence. Girl thing, every day we snouting, say boom.
Yo, this is Skinny Fabulous, and I'm inviting you to be ready this carnival season with Courts Ready Cash. Get up to $20,000 cash right now. No deposit needed, and it's completely hassle-free. You will have your money in your hand in less than 24 hours. What are you waiting for? Don't miss the vibes this carnival season. It's all about Courts Ready Cash. Ready when you are.
Thinking bad, all my friend them stinking mad. We be having blinking bad. Martin call me the drinking god.
On Friday, July 15th, Mellows Entertainment Center, Rochco St. Andrew will be lit as Master Chief Promotions in collaboration with Mellows Entertainment Center presents I Must Go Soca Fest. As we feature live from Trinidad and Tobago, the hit machine, Charles Marshall. Charles Marshall. Together with Grenada's very own Boise, Jab King, Lednet, Valine, Slaughter, Kerry, Rudy J, Little Jello, Black Adan, Chaos, Blaze, Freddy, and more. Admission $30. Gets open 10 p.m. We gonna fet all night with your DJ Smiley, Summer, Cannonball, Super, and hosted by Shortleg. Get your tickets now in St. George's, Fresh Cut Barbers, and Chucky's Bar in St. Andrew. Johnny and Terry's Barber Shop, Brochco, Felix Shop in Maribor, Geomax Gym, and Calico Supermarket, Granville. I Must Go Soca Fest. Friday, July 15th, Mellows in Brochco, Charles Marshall. Sponsors, Kiss K, Independence Agencies, Creative Chef, Ellen Purcell, and Coca-Cola.
Mass is back. And Grenada Distillers Limited wants you to win big with its bottleneck promotion. With every purchase of pure white or special dark, you are automatically entered for a chance to win. Win tickets to Soca Mona. Win free costumes. Win bottles of Clark Scott Rum, Grenada's #1. Win cold hard cash and more. Simply write your name, address, and contact details at the back of this bottleneck and insert in the boxes at participating outlets and the Clark Scott sales van. Win big for Spice Mass with Clark Scott, Grenada's #1 rum.
Here's a little known fact. There is only one place in Grenada that you can get an MRI scan done. That place is Spice Imaging Center. Yes, Grenada, that's the truth. Other centers could offer you other scans, but Spice Imaging provides an authentic MRI scan. Here's another little known fact. Spice Imaging has 3 centers. We operate at Grenville, the Carnage, and at the Ocean House, Grand Anse. We provide the widest range of laboratory tests and services. CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasounds, and a host of other services. We are fully staffed by a team of family doctors and specialists. Call us today at 444-7679 or 406-1500 or visit any of our 3 locations. Spice Imaging, from seeing the doctor to getting lab tests, scans, and pharmacy services. We are here to take care of you.
Kenny's Trucking and Equipment Services Limited. Now introducing Portland King Cement, Grenada's toughest and most high-quality cement, engineered with you in mind. Whether it's residential or industrial construction, Portland King Cement has been tested to achieve profound results that you can trust. The choice is clear. Choose Portland King, tougher than the rest. Visit Kenny's Trucking and Equipment Services Limited on Dusty Highway. Call telephone number 439-6605 or 440-6605 or visit our 2 other locations, Westerhall in St. David and Dunfermline in St. Andrew.
The exciting, dramatic, humorous, and mind-captivating Lions All Mass is back in 2022. The Lions Club of St. George's and Spice Mass Corporation brings you an evening of comedy, fun, laughter, and pick-on at the Grenada Youth Center on Sunday, July 17th from 3 p.m. Tickets are available from any member of the St. George's Lions Club, Spice Mass Office, Grenadian Optical, Clear Vision, and Gittins Pharmacy, Grand Anse. Admission adults, $25. Children 12 and under, pay $12. Come relieve your stress through laughter and be prepared to be entertained by local calypso and soca artists. This is an evening you don't want to miss. The Lions and Spice Mass Corporation All Mass, Sunday, July 17th, Grenada Youth Center, 3 p.m. See you there.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pockets every month. Plus now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free your smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
Welcome back. The development of the livestock industry on the sister isle of Carriacou will be high on the new administration's agenda as government works on plans to enhance the agriculture sector. Rena Pierre-Thomas will report.
The development of livestock in the sister isle of Carriacou was one of the highlighted discussions by Minister for Agriculture, Senator Honorable Adrian Thomas, during his official visit to Carriacou this week. Minister Thomas, who held dialogues with his colleague Minister for Carriacou and Petit-Martinique Affairs and Local Government, Honorable Tevin Andrew, and other senior officials, said the focus will be placed on the black belly sheep.
For agriculture, we are so serious about improving the agriculture sector in Carriacou and Petit-Martinique. It's one of the first ministers to come to visit Carriacou, and Petit-Martinique is the Minister for Agriculture. So we're not just talking the importance of agriculture being an important pillar of the economy, but we are demonstrating it by this visit. And of course, this visit is twofold. There are other things that we are discussing to help improve and the agriculture sector, and of course to get the ball rolling. We had an honest and frank discussion this morning as it relates to the lack of communication and collaboration. And we are now putting the structures in place to ensure that in going forward, those things are not an issue.
Carriacou has been without an abattoir for many years, and setting up one, according to the government official, will form part of the livestock project that is being developed. For Honorable Andrews, he's expecting greater collaboration between his ministry and Minister Thomas's ministry.
We really want to focus on the protein, the black belly sheep. We want to develop that aspect of the agricultural sector in Carriacou. We also want to look at honeybees production, and obviously Carriacou is doing very well in the production of farine, and we want to build on that industry. So whatever they have in Carriacou, we want to build on that. We also, people are taking a keen interest in the growing of corn in Carriacou, not only for consuming roast corn, but also for producing cuckoo. And this is a traditional diet of the people of Carriacou, and hence the reason why many of them are making 100 years. So it's something that we need to encourage.
Senior Agricultural Officer Lorraine St. Louis and the Chief Veterinarian Officer Dr. Kimond Cummins were part of the ministry's visiting team to Carriacou. For GBN News, I am Rena Pierre-Thomas reporting.
Captured on camera today. Let's take a peek through the GBN ISAW lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISAW is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Most summer camps in Grenada follow an academic and sports format. The summer camp featured in tonight's ISAW is teaching children a special skill set. J.A. Harris Braiding Summer Camp in St. Kitts is catered to children ages 5 to 12 and teaches them areas of cosmetology. According to the entrepreneur hosting the workshop, the children are the future and should be empowered by giving them the gift of entrepreneurship. The aim of the workshop is to teach the participants to be very independent from a young age. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Stay with us. We'll have the weather report for you next, and we'll dive into the world of sports.
Fuel your dreams with a communal vehicle loan. It's a huge deal with super awesome rates and discounts. Get the vehicle that's just for you. Enjoy your journey. Make memories. Explore more. We're fueling dreams to your destination. It's a huge deal and it's just for you. Your destination, and we'll take you there. Call or message us on WhatsApp 405-6670 or 405-2248. Let's get you where you have to be with Communal and Friends. This special promotion is in collaboration collaboration with The Beacon Insurance, Netherlands Insurance, Greens Automotive, RF Motors, and Specialized Automotive. We're fueling dreams to your destination. Apply today. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Are you looking for a summer program that is fun-filled, safe, and mentally stimulating for your child? Then Destined to Win Summer Explosion is just what the summer ordered. For ages 5 to 16, our program includes arts and craft, reading and mathematics, indoor and outdoor games, dancercise, karate, field trips, face painting, treasure hunting, and more. Destined to Win Summer Explosion runs July 11th to August 12th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. We're located on Tempe Main Road, next to Ned's Rental. Registration only $10. Spaces are limited, so call Mrs. Bartholomew on 403-8282, 405-8282, or 414-8282 to book today.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
There was ever a time to keep and stay healthy, it's now. We at Hills and Valley are here to help you take deliberate steps to maintain your health. We stayed true to maintaining the most comprehensive rates while stocking the widest range of medicines and health devices, including personal protective equipment. There are so many benefits shopping with us. You get great savings through discounts for senior citizens and reward cards for loyal customers. Ask about owning yours today. Visit us at Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George, Jubilee Street opposite the Grenville Bus Terminal, and at Hillsborough, Carriacou. Our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street also stocks the widest range of pharmaceuticals. We are with you on the hills and in the valleys. We are Hills and Valley Pharmacy.
Keeping an eye on the weather, this is GBN. We've got you covered.
And now for the weather for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique for tonight and for the next 3 days. Tonight will be partly cloudy and windy, increasing in cloudiness by midnight with light to moderate showers. We'll expect a low of 25 degrees and winds that are easterly to east-southeasterly at 13 to 23 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Keep in mind that there is a small craft advisory in effect because waves will be 5 to 7 feet in open water. Looking ahead to the next 3 days, Thursday we'll see partly cloudy, hazy, and windy weather with brief, light, isolated daytime showers, increasing in cloudiness overnight with light to moderate showers. We'll have a high of 30.5 degrees. Friday, July the 15th, it will be partly cloudy to cloudy, hazy, and windy with light to moderate scattered showers, becoming more frequent overnight with a medium chance of lightning and even some thunder. We'll see a high of 30.5 degrees. And for the first day of the weekend on Saturday, July the 16th, it will be cloudy to overcast and windy with light to moderate showers which may become heavy at times and accompanied again by thunder and some lightning. We'll see a high of 29.5 degrees. On all 3 days, there are small craft advisories in effect. And that's our weather. And now let's dive into the world of sports. West Indies will look to rebound against Bangladesh when the team meets again in the third ODI over the weekend. First ball is 9:30 a.m., 8:30 a.m. Jamaican time. West Indies paid the price for another below-par batting performance as they fell to defeat at the hands of the visitors in back-to-back matches. Sent into bat first, the home team crumbled to 108. The visitors chased down the target with 176 balls to spare, reaching 112-1. Here's some game highlights.
Sky high, fielder gets under the ball. He'll be blowing away from him and he completes the catch. That's another one. Swept finally.
Should be taken. Is taken. Too easy, says Meherdi Hassan. Gotta run. Might be gone. Yes, he's gone. For the second game in a row, Akil Hussain has run out. Well, what can you say? Another one. Back-to-back wickets for Meherdi Hassan.
Hit away. Helped away by Kimo Paul. This time he's given again.
And still with cricket, we'll be seeing a number of player changes. First off, Shea Hope has been drafted by Guyana Amazon Warriors at the Caribbean Premier League draft for the 2022 edition after previously being part of the Barbados Royals. Next, Rakeem Cornwall is moved from St. Lucia Kings to the Royals, while Joshua Da Silva returned to St. Kitts and Nevis, the Patriots. And Jamaica Tawalas have picked up Amir Jangu as well as batter and seam bowler Raymond Reefer. Akeem Agis, to captain the West Indies side at the Under-19 World Cup earlier this year, has been roped in by the Kings. Now, the Kings and the Patriots are yet to fill one further slot for an overseas player who's not yet been announced. There's also a significant international presence at the CPL this year, with South African wicketkeeper and batter Quinton de Kock making his first appearance at the tournament. He, alongside fellow South African David Miller, will play for the Royals, who've also brought in Afghanistan spinner Mujib-ur-Rahman and Pakistan batter Azam Khan. Fast bowler Mohammad Amir, who will play for the Tawalas, and off-spinner Kasim Akram will play for the Royals, are the other Pakistanis at the CPL this year. The CPL begins on August the 31st, with the final to be played in Guyana on September 30th. And now the countdown to the network's coverage of the World Athletics Championship is on. The event runs on Friday, July the 15th to the 24th in Eugene, Oregon. Kariani James and Anderson Peters will lead the Grenada national team. The team includes Lyndon Victor, who posted a season-best performance of 8,311 points. He's ranked 6th in the decathlon event. Anderson Peters is the defending world champion in javelin. He posted a personal best performance of 93.07 meters at the 2022 Doha Diamond League. And then Karani James is a triple Olympic medalist in the 400 meters and posted a season's best of 44.02 seconds. He currently ranks number 3 in the world in the 400 meter event. The athletes will be accompanied by their coaches Harvey Glantz, Paul Phillip, and Christopher Huffins. And that's what's happening in the world of sports. let's look at what's happening around the globe. We'll start off in the region. St. Lucia's farmers and agro-processors are receiving assistance from the European Union and the Caribbean Development Bank to supply new markets. The project will provide training and certification in best practices for agricultural food handling. HTS News Force has this report.
A sugary dilemma in St. Lucia, as more and more sugar suppliers are opting to limit export to ensure their local population aren't without the precious commodity.
Last week, sugar arrived here on Thursday from Barbados. They promised us 2 shipments. The first shipment arrived, the second shipment they've called saying they might be considered holding it back for local consumption. I am saying that we need to realize what is happening in the world, and if the Lord is giving us one moment, it's us as a country to start considering our consumption of sugar for other things.
While some quarters of society question St. Lucia's ability to manufacture sugar, Commerce Minister Emma Hippolyte rubbished that notion with a reality check for Monday morning quarterbacks.
We were producing, the land is now in bananas, so the people that are presenting these things, they need to get their head examined at this point.
It's a case of self-sustainability.
We have an immediate problem. Okay? So we are trying to get it, but I'm just telling you, in the meantime, we need to review our consumption patterns of sugar.
Hippolyte is looking to address the short-term issue currently affecting the island's ability to source and import the commodity, while noting that the days of sugarcane production here are over.
As far as the Partnership for National Unit, APNU, is concerned, the Alliance for Change, AFC, is yet to officially inform of its intent to withdraw from the coalition upon the expiration of the Cummings-Byrd Accord at the end of this year, despite recent discussions held between the two parties. More in this HBTV report.
Lingering perceptions of disputes between the APNU-AFC being the underlying reason behind the Alliance for Change's intent to depart the coalition at the end of this year were brought before Leader of the Opposition, Aubrey Norton, during his weekly virtual press conference held on Tuesday. Norton told reporters that its partner in coalition has not formally made it known to the APNU of its plan to leave the coalition.
Until now, the AFC has not said officially to us they are pulling out of any coalition. There are different elements in the AFC that are talking. As far as I know, we had a cordial meeting yesterday and we agree on some joint things.
Further, the opposition leader pointed out that as a part of normal coalition culture, differences are inevitable among members.
The reason that people come together in a coalition is because they represent different interests. And as you represent different interests, you will have different positions. But there are positions on which you coalesce and organize to achieve your objectives. We are doing that. But we do not believe that there can be some unified, everyone follow the order like the PPP.
And now in international news, police and military forces used tear gas to disperse a growing crowd outside the office of the Sri Lanka's Prime Minister, who was the top leader in the country after the president fled. Protesters tried to push through the gates of the office of the Prime Minister. More in this report.
A massive showdown is taking place in the capital city of Colombo. Protests are escalating with each passing minute. Protesters barged into Sri Lankan Prime Minister's office after he took over as the acting president. Protesters breached military defences, entered the Prime Minister's office. The Sri Lankan police and military, they're struggling to contain the growing protests. Lankan forces resorted to the use of tear gas to disperse the swelling crowds. And in a televised statement, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe instructed the military and police to do what is necessary to restore order. He is ordered to impose curfew in Western Province, an emergency law island-wide with immediate effect.
And that's what's been happening around the world today. Give you a quick recap of the night's top headlines. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell willing to challenge global financial institutions to improve Grenada. NDC government aims to reduce food import bill with public cooperation. Ferry service among incentives in the pipeline to encourage inter-Caribbean travel. All Mass makes a return for Spice Mass 2022. And in regional news, St. Lucia's farmers and agro-processors tackle sugar import challenges. In international news, in Sri Lanka, police use tear gas to disperse protesters as crowds swell. In sports, Windies crumble to Bangladesh in second ODI on Wednesday. That's the end of GBN News for Wednesday, 13th of July, 2022. If you missed any part of this newscast, no need to worry. For your convenience, there will be a repeat of this broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at gbn.gd or on GBN Television's Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Stasia Blake. That's the news. We'll see you again tomorrow, same time, same channel. Good night.